people say I am? Who do you say I am? This story in Matthew is like a reverse introduction. Jesus, instead of introducing himself by saying, I am this or I am that, instead asks the disciples, including Peter, who he was. As they tried to answer, they threw around a few names: John the Baptist, Elijah, Jeremiah. But Jesus was not interested in what others had to say or who other people thought he was. He was more interested in who his friends thought he was. But who do you say I am? Maybe he was fishing for the answer, the most essential thing about him that he wanted his friends to know. Simon Peter's answer was right on when he said, "You are the Messiah, the Son of the living God." All other names and attributes that were ascribed to Jesus are secondary to this foundation. For that response, Jesus gave him a new name, Peter, which means stone. And on this rock, Jesus said he would build the church. We know from reading the stories of Peter that even though he said the right thing, he might not have fully understood it. Peter got it, and he didn't. Right after his correct declaration about who Jesus was, Peter rebuked Jesus when he said that he would suffer, die, and rise again on the third day. Clearly, Peter did not understand what a Messiah, who was also the Son of the living God, was truly about. Later, after Jesus was arrested, Peter denied him 3 times. Let's be fair. Peter's idea of a Messiah might have been influenced by the popular notion of a Messiah at that time. A powerful figure, such as a revolutionary leader, a warrior, a king, or at least a prophet. But that did not matter. Peter named the most essential part of his faith. Jesus is the Messiah and the Son of the living God. What is different and essential here is that Jesus, as the Messiah, is also the Son of the living God. It is important to put the two together to get the essential acknowledgement of Jesus. Being a son personalizes his messiahship. Son of the living God also reminds us of the baptism of Jesus. When Jesus came out of the water, God said, "You are my beloved Son, in whom I am well pleased." Remember that Jesus hadn't done anything miraculous when this pronouncement was made. Jesus didn't have to do anything to earn this title. Being the beloved Son of God was the beginning, not the end result of his good works and deeds. Imagine your mother saying to you on the day you were born, "You are my beloved child, with whom I am well pleased." You hadn't done anything to deserve it, and you certainly didn't know what it meant. Like a mother loves her newborn, God simply loves us, no exceptions. We start our lives there. Jesus also taught us to pray to God and to call God a parent in the Lord's Prayer. If Jesus is the Son of God, and we are also children of God, that makes Jesus and us siblings. This is the rock, the foundation of our faith. You don't need to work to earn this title. You are and have always been a beloved child of God. Jesus' messiahship is about getting us to live into being children of the living God, independent of our race, gender, ethnicity, and age, independent of how rich or poor we are, independent of how powerful or powerless we are. The equal relationships that we have with and for one another as siblings under one God is the rock on which we become the church. Like Peter, we kind of get it and we don't. This title, Beloved Children of God, is something that we will continue to learn and live into for the rest of our lives. But one thing never changes: God's unconditional love for each and every one of us. Once we acknowledge and accept this, we may still make mistakes. We may reject and misunderstand God, and we may hurt one another without knowing it. But we are still children of God. Nothing is going to change that. This doesn't mean that we will go and do bad things knowing that we are still good and blessed by God. It means that we are so grateful for this love that we will strive to do good and be more like Jesus, the Son of the living God, knowing that we will never fully be able to live up to the name of being beloved children of God.